and I finally finished reading The Subtle Art. And the interesting thing about this book is that the moment I posted about this book on my social media, I was bombarded with messages telling me that I should not read this book. Well, it actually made me curious to know what's inside in this book that's actually, creeping people out. So I went ahead and read this book. So today I'm going to talk the good and the bad things about this book. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Sid and you're watching SidBookReviewer. I make bookish videos, so if you are a book lover, consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell so that whenever I post a video on my channel, you get notified. The major reason for picking up a self-help book is self-development, and nobody gets into a self-development mode merely by reading a book. The book has to touch a chord in the heart of the reader. The book has to be relatable, relevant, doable, which this book does it brilliantly. I mean, there are references in this book which are very much relatable. The book talks about people, authors, other books, entrepreneurs, celebrities which you read about, which you hear about, which you know about. So you somehow are able to relate to them. But this book actually kind of tries to defame all those people or talks ill things about all those people. I mean, I believe that the way author has portrayed all those things in this book is somewhere preachy, but I did get the point what author was trying to make, but the way it was done in this book was not what I really expected from this book. Especially in case of non-fiction book, I believe each and every non-fiction book should tell something new, something different, something, it should give something readers to munch on, to ponder over, to think about. So this book had very less of that content. Most of the things that this book talks about had been discussed in other books, in other self-help books which are very popular and have been read by most of the people. So for the new things that I really like in this book is like the book talks about the metrics, the principles, values, responsibilities. The end purpose of every self-help book is to make its reader realize that he is the only one who is responsible for whatever is going on in his life, and he is the only solution to it. And this book, brilliantly does that. I do realize where I was going wrong or what all changes I need to make in my life. I do realize that I have to take responsibilities. I cannot run from them. I do realize what are the reasons for me being not inspired to do my work. So the book actually gives you a lot of self-realization moments, which I think is the best part of this book. I mean, if you really are looking for a book which where you feel that the book will make you realize that it's you who have to take action, who have to change your life, who have to do best just for yourself, I think this is the book you can go for. The major problem that I find in most of the self-help book is the mixing of the concepts. Although they are well written and they try to separate each and every concept, but they somehow mix each and everything up, and ultimately it all seems just the same. But in this book, the author has made sure that each and every concept is separate, and there is a proper flow to explain each and every concept, each and everything that is being put in this book. So he usually starts with definition by trying to explain what exactly the problem is, and giving a lot of examples and the solutions post that. So the book is very much segregated, and it has its columns and everything at its place. So it kind of does not confuse any reader that what is the major problem. After reading this book, I was quite clear in my head that what all things I have to pick up from this book which are relevant for me. Inspiration is another thing that we all try to take from any self-help book, and this book actually inspired me to go ahead in life, because there were some concepts in this book which I told you just now, so unique, which I really haven't read about in other books, but this book told them with so much elaboration, and the explanation of each and every concept was so vivid that I was actually able to understand it and apply it in my own life. And I actually did apply all those things, and I'm pretty happy about it. So this book actually kind of gives you inspiration. But yes, if you're looking for a book which will give you inspiration in its entirety, then I don't think this is the book you can go for. I didn't get inspired from the entire book. Yes, some of the few concepts from here and there pretty inspired me, and I think I'm a kind of person who gets inspired very easily. I just need this much of inspiration, and I enlarge it into this much inspiration. So I think this book did that for me, and I was really in the need to get some inspiration for my YouTube channel, for my studies, from my career ahead. So I'm feeling very positive after reading this book. And so these are some of the good and the bad things that I found in this book. I might be right, I might be wrong, but these are my own perception, my own opinion, and I'm curious to know, what do you feel about this book? I know a lot of you have read this book. It's a socially hyped book, and a lot of people are talking about it. So I want to know, what do you feel about it? What do you think a self-help book should contain? What are the parameters of writing a self-help book? Please share with me in the comments down below, and if you wish to connect with me on my social media, or send me any message, or maybe have a discussion about this book or about any other bookish thing, then please feel free to do that. The links of my social media down below in the description box.